warm welcome to you all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Haus Home. We have an exciting show lined up for you all. Coming up, we feature our first branded health and medical segment with Dr. Kiran Rai from the Pacific International Hospital. And later on the show, we feature our favorite cooking show, proudly brought to you by Table Birds. Hello everyone, my name is Lydia Ali and it is an absolute pleasure to have your company on the show. First up, we are proud to bring you this story. These two vibrant young ladies own a hidden jewel. Yes, you heard me right, a hidden jewel just about 10 to 15 minutes drive out of Port Moresby. If you don't believe me, you can have a look for yourself.
So the name 530 is actually my dad's village name. So it's not always been 530. The village has its own name, but we have a small market there, and it's always open on 530. So when the ladies from the village, when they go out to the gardens, they try to make it back on time. So in that way, they could sell whatever they bring back from the market. And then they started calling, when they coming back from the garden, they're like, we're going to 530, we're going to 530. So that's how the name 530, my village, was called 530, and that's the name that we named after the camp.
So I'm Imelda Horsburgh. I moved to PNG in 2014. I made Papua New Guinea my home, and I've been in the hospitality industry since 2016. Yeah, so a fair few years here. So I'm Central Mix, I'm Tatana Mix. Yeah. So this is literally my home.
So I'm Sarah Mapp's full name. I'm from New Island and Southern Islands. My dad's from the Southern Islands province, and my mom's from New Island. So I'm the manager of the camp, and we're co-partners.
Well, 530 camp came about by necessity. The housing was actually existing on site, so what we did was we just renovated what we had, added a little bit of TLC, gave it our little touch, and then this communal area that we're sitting in right now, that's just evolved over time. As you can see, we've planted a lot of plants in and around, so they've had some time to establish, just to provide a little oasis. And what we're going to do is, just as our customers come in and give us feedback, we've already got interest, they want to have some live music, obviously add some TVs in, then we'll just keep evolving this camp according to our customers and our guests. Our menu consists of like a variety of goodies. We've got our popular chicken teriyaki rice bowl. We serve anything from pizzas to hamburgers, nibbles. We also have great specials for our meal of the day. We have some great bar snacks as well, chicken lollipops with some spicy buffalo sauce, and Taiwanese popcorn chicken. So those items are perfect with a cold beer. So yeah, we've a variety of things. I'm sure there's something to cater for everyone. Basically, we're directly on the main road. So we just wanted it to be a nice little getaway so that you could just quickly leave the office and have a little time to unwind in amongst the greenery. Okay, we have happy hour 7 days a week, from 5:30 to 6:30, Monday to Saturday. Sundays we'll do a happy hour from 4 to 6. And then after happy hour, we've got lots of great promos. You'll just have to come and check it all out. We opened the camp facilities and our kitchen just internally. That was July last year. So we opened through the middle of the pandemic. But it was, like I said, it was more for necessity. We also were registered as a quarantine camp as well. So we were able to receive the guests in because we've got isolated rooms as well. That was perfect for quarantine. So we started in July, but we didn't do any advertising because it was more internal based. We just recently did a soft opening, which is where we started advertising, and we're just in the process of getting some traction there and growing.
We have like 20 rooms that is open, and we have guests in. So we have a couple of studio rooms, which has queen size bed, and it's quite good.
Everything's been going okay. Obviously the quarantine has stopped now, it's been lifted, so we have a few rooms available, so it's just a matter of now to market to see if, if there's any companies around here that would like to have their workers stay close to the company. We do have executive rooms which are fully self-contained, so they're suitable for executives, obviously, that are coming in to have meetings with companies out here or whatnot. It's a lot easier for them to stay out here in a comfortable place, because then it's not too much time they take to get to work. It is a little bit of a drive from town.
Yeah.
So, for the fly-in, fly-outs, it actually works really well. So, yeah, it's just a matter of marketing and getting our name out there now, yeah, which we're starting to do.
Right now we have like 5 staff. So we have 3 in the kitchen and then 2 as housekeeping staff. And then we also have our executive chef who's living on site. And then we have a bar lady, and she's always here. And then we have 2 cashiers to help out on the weekends for the front house, yeah. All in total 9.
We plan to expand. Obviously, right now our initial plans is just getting the bar and the communal area set up. So we've had a lot of requests. People would like to do karaoke, obviously watch the football on the weekends. So we've ordered in some big TVs to connect up. We'll start implementing the karaoke for the guests. There's a lot of things that we want to do just to make this a little bit more, pleasant. Fans would be one of them. Yeah. We need fans. So yeah, they'll be getting installed. But basically, we're just getting feedback from what people want. Yeah. The rooms and currently they're comfortable. Everybody's happy with what's provided there. So it's just a matter of just expanding as we grow.
530 Camp is located in MTIS, Motucare, Napa Napa Road. You can also get in touch with us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is 530 Camp also. There's more on our page. And if you want to give us a call, you can just dial 7522-7870.
A great little getaway spot for you and your family to wind down over the weekend. The scenario is spectacular, the environment is great, and the food is mouth-wateringly delicious. Stay with us, you're watching House and Home. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Up next, here's Dr. Kiran Rai from the Pacific International Hospital to tell us about the common ENT, ears, nose, and throat diseases that occur in our everyday lives.
I'm Dr. Kiran Rai, ENT head and neck surgeon, Pacific International Hospital, Papua New Guinea. The topic for today's discussion will be the common ENT problems which we encounter every day in my OPD. The most commonest problems in ENT we encounter every day in our day-to-day life is some ear problems, nasal problems, and throat problems. Most of the time, patients come to our OPD with some ear infections. Ear infections can be of different etiology and pathogenesis. So, ear infections can be in the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Simply, outer ear can be wax or some fungal infections. We call it a swimmer's ear. People here swim a lot, so they get very recurrent ear infections on and off. The other ear infections can be of the middle ear cavities. So when the outer ear has infection, it can affect the middle ear. That means they can have some perforation or a hole in the drum, in the tympanic membrane. So when you have that also, you will have ear symptoms like pain, you'll have a discharge in the ear, and definitely you'll have a little bit of hearing loss. The other ear problems which you encounter is when we have inner ear problems. There can be infections of the inner ear also. We have fluid in the inner ear. So when these fluids gets infected, we can get giddiness, we can get fever, those sort of things. So overall, all the parts of the ear can get infected. The outer ear, which starts from the pinna to the tympanic membrane, the middle ear, it's the middle ear cavity, and then the inner ear, that's the inner part of hearing and balance. So this covers most of the ear problems, which leads to hearing loss, which leads to giddiness, that is, we call it vertigo, and then ringing of the ear also. People get ringing of the ear. Medical terminology for ringing of the ear is tinnitus. So most of the people with inner ear problems, middle ear problems can get giddiness and tinnitus. The other thing is hearing loss. Hearing loss can be of different types also. It can be conductive hearing loss, sensory neural hearing loss, and when patients have both the components, we call it a mixed hearing loss. Plus, it's very common in this area, it's a noise-induced hearing loss. So conductive hearing loss, basically it's when the sound, we hear the sound and then the sound has some obstructive features entering the ear, then it's conductive hearing loss. It's up to the middle ear cavity only. So when there is any obstructive features in the ear, like some deformity of the pinna, a simple wax, any infection in the ear canal, any infection in the middle ear cavities, a hole in the drum, fixation of the bones which is inside the middle ear can give conductive hearing loss, or any growth or tumor in the ear also can give conductive hearing loss. So conduction is there, hampered, but the sound which is carried from the ear to the brain, we call it eighth nerve. If that is degenerated, if that is a little bit weak, let's call it weak, and then that part when it's obstructed, then we call it a sensory neural hearing loss. The sound goes inside, but the nerve isn't working, so it's a neural hearing loss. And then when the patient is having both the components, the conductive component and the sensory neural component, then it's known as a mixed hearing loss. The other factor is noise-induced hearing loss is very common nowadays, because all the people, adults, children, school-going kids are exposed to loud noises. Adults can get exposed to mining companies where they work. So long exposure to loud noises can lead you to noise-induced hearing loss. And then kids, school-going, college-going kids, they are mostly on their earpods. So that can also lead to noise-induced hearing loss, tinnitus, and of course giddiness is one of the symptoms in these cases. The other thing is there is an emergency in hearing also. If patient is having normal hearing in the evening and when they get up in the morning, suddenly the hearing is gone. So it's sudden sensory neural hearing loss. So it's an emergency. So whoever have these symptoms should not think, okay, my hearing might come back after 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. The patient must immediately go to the hospital and consult an ENT doctor and tell them what is the problem. Because if you don't treat it in time, the hearing won't come back. So these are the common things in the ear, especially in kids. What we can add is babies insert many things inside the ear. So foreign bodies is one of the most common cases which come to the OPD. About the nasal common problems which we have, the commonest is allergic rhinitis. So basically allergy is a reaction of our nasal tissues to other substances or allergens. Allergies can be many things. Allergies can be dust, allergy can be any smell, allergies can be air cons, exposure to cold weather, exposure to hot weather. It can be seasonal allergy when the season changes. It can be perennial allergy. It can be which goes throughout the year. So we have seasonal and perennial allergies. So In this case, it's like common cold. It's the synonym for this is common cold in people. So all the common cold symptoms will be there, like nasal obstruction, running nose, sneezing, itchiness of the eyeballs, everything will be there. So this is allergic rhinitis. On top of that, if you keep on having allergic rhinitis, it can lead you to a grave state. Like you might develop polyps inside your nose. So it's a state where medication doesn't help. It has to be removed. So in order to end up to that state, you have to take care of your nose. Anything, wherever you get allergy, get treated, and avoid. The best thing is avoid allergens. If you know that a dust or exposure to cold things gives you nasal obstruction and all the sneezings and running nose, avoid those things and treat your nose immediately.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran Rai and Pacific International Hospital for educating us on the ENT disease treatment and how we can go about to prevent them. Don't go away, we'll be back after these short messages. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, my name is Lydia and you're watching House and Home. On our cooking segment, proudly brought to you by Table Birds, cooking for us in the kitchen is Annie and her husband Neil to take us through the pace.
Hello everyone, we're back again. This is Anne and Neil and we are from Marco's Kitchenette. What we prepared for today is the very popular Chinese cuisine, which is the sweet and sour chicken with the Filipino touch. So join us and enjoy our cooking show today. So our basic ingredients for today, of course, we need our Table Birds quick kai. We had the eggs, the Table Bird eggs here, and our 3 Roses flour. Some more ingredients would be the combination of soy sauce, oyster sauce, and tomato sauce, a bit of a vinegar, tomato ketchup, and we have a bit of a sugar. And of course, our diced chicken. So we basically just need, again, chicken breasts for this recipe. And we have the diced combination of a red and yellow capsicum and an onion. So guys, let's proceed with the cooking. First, we'll have to get the chicken, have it diced. We marinated the chicken overnight to our special marinade. So what we need to do right now is to just roll the chickens into the eggs. Little by little, we cannot just, put them all together because it will make the eggs overflow. We'll just roll it bit by bit and then move it to the flour. So Neil will be rolling it on the flour. You'll have to make sure that you coated the entire chicken parts. So now after we've finished rolling it and coating the chicken with the flour, we'll move on to the stove and start frying the chicken. So again, make sure that every part of the chicken is properly coated with the flour. You can have this dish every day. It's available at Marco's Kitchenette. We're located inside Port Moresby Rockets Club. And we're also available via the food delivery app, PGO. So you can just start downloading the app and find us there. So now guys, everybody's coated. We'll start frying. So now our oil is ready. We'll start frying. We've already heat the oil for close to 5 minutes and it's perfectly hot now. So we'll start frying one by one. You don't need to fry the chicken for a long time because you'll have to cook it again with the sauce later on. As long as the flour is already cooked. So as we put all the chicken inside the pan, we'll have to cook the one side for 4 minutes and then turn it on the other side again for about 4 minutes, and then we can go through to the next process. Marcos Kitchenette offers dining and catering services. We basically do made-to-order dishes. So we cook what you ordered. So we are located inside Port Moresby Rockets Club at East Borroco. So if you feel like eating out and you're feeling like tired of cooking, then just drop by at our restaurant and we'll be ready. We'll be always ready to serve you. So enjoy the cool breeze of the fresh air while enjoying the view and the scenery of people playing tennis or people playing squash while enjoying your meal. Now our pan is ready, so we'll now go and saute our ingredients. We'll start off with sauteing our combination of capsicum and onions. So you don't have to cook it too much. Just make sure that the onions will be a bit glassy. And then we'll follow on with our sauces. So that would be the combination of oyster sauce, soy sauce, and tomato sauce. Next would be our tomato ketchup. For this version, we've used banana ketchup. That's a very popular Filipino ketchup that we use. And a bit of vinegar to have it a bit of sour taste. And sugar. You know, Filipinos like sweet foods, so we always add sugar to our dishes. But you don't need to put all of it. You just have to, pinch bit by bit and then try to taste it. If it's okay with your taste, then that's good to go. And now we'll have to add a bit of water to simmer the sauces. Basically, cooking the sauce will just take you about 2 minutes to prepare. After the sauce are prepared, you'll have to just toss the chicken tenders that we fried earlier. So we'll have to simmer it for about 2 minutes and continue mixing it until the flavors are well combined on our sauce. So now our Marcos Kitchenette sweet and sour chicken is ready. Wow. Just by the smell, it's really delicious, guys. You should try this. So guys, here it is, our popular sweet and sour chicken. This is perfect with rice, which we usually enjoy, but basically some people enjoy it as well with chips. So when you order via PGO, you can just choose whether you'll have it with chips or rice. I hope you enjoy our dish. Hope to see you visit us at Marcos Kitchenette or just order via PGO app. Again, thank you, and thank you for our sponsor for today, Table Birds. And enjoy, guys. Bye. See you next time.
Thank you, Annie and Neil, for sharing your delicious recipe with us. I'm sure our viewers at home have taken down notes and will definitely try out your recipe over the weekend. You're watching Haus Home. Please don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, there are so many national days that are celebrated all year round and all around the world. But today, the 24th May, is National Brothers Day. Yes, folks, your lovable and annoying brother gets to celebrate his own special day on National Brothers Day on May 24. You love them, you hate them, They can often be a nemesis, especially when they poke fun of you in front of your whole class. But we all know they'll pull through for you when needed, and they love you just as much as you love them, although they may never admit it. Brothers' Day has been celebrated on the 24th of May since the year 2005. Although the exact details of the holiday are unknown, it was Daniel Rhodes who had first organized the holiday and its proceedings. In some regions, National Brothers' Day is an unofficial holiday. You are lucky if you are blessed with having a strong, unbreakable bond with your brother. Fortunately, there are some people who can sometimes fill the void of a brother in our lives and serve as one to us, like a cousin, brother-in-law, or a friend. Brotherhood is also very strong among men. Whether it is a blood relation or not, men take their bro code very seriously. Really, there isn't much that can ever come between a strong brotherhood in the long term. National Brothers' Day is mostly observed in the United States, but many other countries also observe the day. Australia, Russia, Asian countries like India, and European countries like France and Germany all celebrate Brothers' Day on the 24th of May. They're our closest friends and sometimes the most annoying people we know, but we love them anyway. Even some of the most famous people in history had brothers to lean on and be annoyed by. So go on ahead and do something nice for your brother and don't think too much about it, because just like your birthday, you can only celebrate it once every year. Thank you all so much for joining me on this week's episode of House and Home. We hope you all enjoyed the show and learned something from it. On behalf of all of us here, thank you for viewing. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on House and Home.